Hello and welcome to the week of May 18th. This will be a fast video because you're starting to get into your new routine and you basically already know what you have to do. So, for this week, what you're doing is listening to the next piece of speak, linked here, and completing a journal entry about it. Where you can find your journal entry, let's see if it loads for me. And we're going. It's really going, it's going now. Problem though, don't know if this is yours. It is. Okay, great. So you've already completed the first journal entry. The week before, you just did the second journal entry, which is actually a very interesting read, by the way. You guys talking about Melinda's experience versus your experience, because you guys are having quite the experience. And then we get now to journal entry number 3 eventually when it scrolls down, which I believe, okay, journal entry number 3 is considering Melinda's family. So by this point, after you've listened to this next component of speak, you will have fully met Melinda's family. And it's pretty small, and it's a pretty challenged family. And the purpose of this journal entry is to describe the family life and how you understand it. And then you can compare it to your own family life. So this one is kind of a spin-off of what you did last week, where, you were thinking about your time trapped in your house. Now you're really trapped in your house, and you get to think about what it means to be trapped with your family. For me, for instance, I've been trapped. Well, not really trapped. It's been all right for me. I live with my boyfriend, but because I have nothing else to do, I drive to my parents' house sometimes so I can hang out with their dogs. So I'm either with my boyfriend and we're fine, or I go to my parents' house and I hang out with dogs. That's my family life. So it'd be interesting to hear what your family life is like as you describe it in your journal. So yeah, that's the basic flow. And congrats also. This is your halfway point with this journal entry thing. And good job. And there's one more special thing that you can see at number 3, which is extra credit available this week. So I was going to do a grammar lesson if we were in school, but obviously I don't want to make you do grammar at home. That sounds like one of the most boring things you can do. But I found a way to make grammar kind of fun, and I also found a way to help you gain extra points if you're worried about your average. So the website is called Free Rice. I've linked it here. And when you go to it, it will look like this. And I think perhaps you've heard of this. It is a charity that donates rice. Well, I don't know if it's always rice. They donate food to hungry people, and the way that they do this is by getting funding from you. And here's how. So, this is the English grammar one. It pops up right here with some examples for you, and you basically click on the one that you think is correct. And if you're right, then on the side, these advertisements will show up. And what they do, you can just ignore them. You're used to ads in your life. What they do is provide funding to the program to help fund hunger relief somewhere in the world. And important thing, you can change your difficulty level. So I've put my difficulty on harder. You probably don't want to do easiest because easiest is for people that are like learning English. You could do easier or normal or harder if you're feeling like a challenge, but change your level so it's good. And then in the game, you choose your things, and then down here, it shows you your points. So here's how you get the extra credit. If you get a 100 right here, you will take a screenshot or even a picture on your phone of the fact that you've achieved 100 points. And that's pretty easy, by the way, because you get 10 points for every one you get right. So if you do 10 of these and you get 100 points and you take a screenshot and you email it to me, then guess what? You get extra points for the week. And that will help raise your average. If you don't feel like doing this, you don't have to. That's why it's called extra credit. But I feel like it's kind of fun, it helps a good cause, and it helps you boost your grade. So why not? And that's all from me.